You're a beginner filmmaker, but you don't know whether to get a DJI Ronin S or a Glidecam HD4000. Well, I'm going to tell you which one is the best for you. So now let's roll that new intro. What's up guys, if you're new here, I'm Mauricio and I post videos about filmmaking, photography, tutorials, and I even put some of my edits in here, so make sure you hit that subscribe button down there. Today we're going to be comparing the DJI Ronin S and the Glidecam HD4000. First, let's talk about the prices. The Ronin S costs around 500 bucks and the Glidecam also costs around 500 bucks. But Glidecam doesn't have the HD4000. They have a newer one called the HD Pro, and that's the one I recommend, costing around $500 as well. And now that we got the prices out of the way, we're gonna put these two gimbals on different categories and see which one is the best from these sections. First is ease of use. The Ronin S definitely gets a point out here. I mean, pretty much anyone can get smooth shots as long as it's balanced well and you got the perfect settings to get those smooth shots. While with the Glidecam, it takes practice. Just like learning a new skill, it can take you days, weeks, months to master the Glidecam. It took me a couple of months to be comfortable with it and to get those smooth Glidecam shots. Next is weight. The Ronin S wins on this one because A, you can't put big cameras in here like a Red or a C200, and B, you're using two hands so you get less tired with it. While with the Glidecam, you could really put huge cameras depending what camera you put. Like you could put like a Red or a C200. Not like the Ronin S, you can't really put that many big cinema cameras, which is why the Glidecam can get super heavy. Also, when you're using the Glidecam, you're only using one hand. After a long day of shooting, your bicep and your forearm will definitely be sore. Also your back. Using the Glidecam, it is hard work. It gets exhausting. I shot a wedding the other day using the Glidecam, and man, the next day I was so sore. If that's gonna be an issue for some of you, I recommend getting this rig to mount your Glidecam, and that way all of the weight doesn't go in your back. And I don't know what's it called, but I'll put the link down there if you're interested. Next is versatility. The Glidecam wins on this one because you can do so many panning, turning, and tiltings. You can basically custom your own movement, while the Glidecam you can't because it's motorized. You can only do like the basic push-ins and pull out. Next is size. The Glidecam is bigger and more clunky to carry around while traveling. Also, if you don't got a lot of space in your bedroom or studio, it can fall down easily, but it's built solid, so you don't need to worry about breaking anything. Also, there's no battery in the Glidecam, so you don't have to worry about not working while you're on set. As for the Ronin S, if it falls, you're at risk at damaging your gimbal. Also, if you keep touching the gimbal while it's on, you could definitely damage it as well. Next is zooming in. How fast can you zoom in from wide to narrow while using it? Well, I think the Ronin wins on this one because you can easily go from wide to telephoto in a matter of 1 to 2 seconds. The problem with that, like I said, if you give too much force on your motor, like when you're touching it a lot, then you could definitely drain your battery because you're switching from wide to zoom in. You're basically ruining the balance of your gimbal. While with the Glidecam, you have to rebalance every time you zoom in, but for me it takes me like 4 to 8 seconds because I already memorized how much to turn on the knob. So there's not really clear winner on this, but if you're judging just on speed, I think the Ronin wins on this one. Alright, now we're gonna talk about how they perform. I went out and compared these two with different moves, and I'm going to tell you which one was easier to get smooth shots. So for the Glidecam, I used the Canon 80D, and on the Ronin S, I used the Canon EOS SO2. I shot at 24 frames per second, focal length at 17mm, and aperture at 3.5. The first shot I did was the push-in. On some, I talked about it while on set, and on some, I didn't, so we're going to keep going back and forth. So now let's rewind to that shoot. Alright, what's up guys? Today we're going to be doing the test with the DJI Ronin S and Glidecam HD4000. So we're just going to go through the test. You know, I'm going to put like push-in shots, some pull-outs, some parallax, and some low angles, some 360 spins, because I mean the Ronin S does some 360. I'm going to try it with the Glidecam. So first one is the push-in. So I just did the Glidecam. The push-in shot is pretty easy, but just that it's kind of hard to keep it like leveled with the horizon. There's a little bit of wind because of the cars, but I mean with the DJI Ronin S, anybody could do it. So that's a pro on the Ronin S, that anybody can use it and could get smooth shots. With this one, it takes a little bit of practice. It's like kind of like riding a bike. You have to practice a lot and like to get that smooth shot. So now we're gonna do the Ronin S. So the Ronin S is definitely easier. I tried doing the pushing shot and it's super easy. It's easier to keep the horizon leveled. You're gonna see the comparison. Yeah, here is the DJI Ronin S and the Glidecam side by side. Alright, for the side to side or right to left, both did really well, but the Glidecam was harder to keep straight, you know, with having the gimbal rock back and forth. As for the Ronin S, it's way easier to keep the horizon leveled. I mean, every shot's gonna be like that, which is one of the pros of the Ronin S. It does all the work for you. Next is the parallax. I mean, it's literally the exact same thing as the previous shot, and I'm just gonna show you the results right now. Next is the pullout. The Glidecam definitely looks more natural. As for the Ronin S, it looks more robotic. I mean, for these kind of shots, you can go either way since these are simple movements and you have control of your subject. Alright, right now we're gonna try the 360 because the DJI Ronin S, you could do a 360. And I'm gonna attempt to do it with the Glidecam. I literally have to spin the whole thing like that. Alright, make sure these things are tight because... Alright, I'm gonna attempt to do a 360 spin. Alright, one. How am I supposed to do it? I've never done it, so... 1, 2, 3. Nope, this is impossible. This is impossible. This is impossible. So yeah, that's not gonna happen. The DJI Ronin S will be way easier. All right, so we're gonna do the 360 spin on the Ronin S. It's a little bit easier, a lot easier actually. And then I already have the presets done, so all I gotta do is, so right now I think it's in version 1. Version 1 is like to get those smooth shots. And then I think it's on version number 3. Version number 3, I did it so that way it can spin like this, look. So that's all I gotta do is just spin that, and we're gonna attempt to do it right now. Okay, so I have to go like this and then spin it. 1, 2, 3. It's already recording. Oh! My Glidecam fell. It's still recording.
No damage.
For the next shot I did was a tilt down on your Glidecam. You gotta make sure you nail that drop test because this is what the drop test is for. All right, so that was the tilt down. All right, right now I'm gonna do the tilt down on the Ronin S, and I already did it, and it's smooth as fudge. All right, I'm gonna do it right now. And go. Look at that, clean tilt. I mean, look at that example that I did. Like the horizon, dude, I could keep it straight. It's not like wobbling. I don't have to worry about that because the motorized is like doing everything for me. So all I gotta do is just pretty much, I could do it with one hand if I wanted to. Look, go like this. I wanna do it with one hand, look. All right, so right now I'm gonna do the low angle shot, and the problem with the Glidecam is that you have to make sure it's balanced pretty good, because like if you go too much in the left, too much in the right, it's not gonna look good. And I'm gonna attempt to do the Glidecam. Right now I think it's balanced pretty well. It's leaning too much on the right, so I'm gonna fix that from right here to the left. Yep, it's pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna do the low angle. I'm gonna film someone walking, like just their shoes, and here it is. The mic is in the way, but whatever. 1, 2, 3. Oh, my shoe kicked it. All right, and then it sucks. I think my shoe hit the mic right here, and then any sudden movement you make, it will make your shot not smooth at all, and it will like be all like, it will like move around. So that's what sucks. So be careful with that when you're running or when you're walking. Make sure your shoe doesn't hit your camera. And then also I can't see what I'm shooting, so I'm pretty much just guessing, and I can't turn up my screen because then I have to rebalance it, and then it just takes forever. So right now we're gonna try with the DJI Ronin S. Oh. All right, so the Ronin S, pretty much all you have to do is all I gotta do is push this, hold it, and then, oh wait, let me record it first. So that way, hold it, and that's pretty much it, that's it. And then just go like this, run or walk. Make sure your shoe doesn't hit the camera. So put it kind of forward, and there we go. Here's the example. All right, so right now we're gonna do the running test with the DJI Ronin S. It's gonna be way easier than the Glidecam. So I'm gonna show you how I filmed this shot right now. Dude, how dumb do I look? I probably look so dumb running. Like going like, it's like if I'm holding a baby, you know, like. Yeah. All right, now we're gonna try with the Glidecam. All right, now I'm gonna try with the Glidecam, and it's gonna be pretty hard to keep it like from tilting up or going side to side. So this is the best I can do. So here it is. Yep, that was hard. I think it tilted down on some of the shots. It tilted up also, and yeah, the Glidecam or the Ronin S is definitely easier than the Glidecam. You could keep it straight. And here are the comparisons side by side. So we're gonna pan up, and shoot this. All right, I changed the settings on the camera. I have it shutter speed 1/60th, aperture 11. The reason for that is because I'm shooting at 24 frames per second. The reason why I changed is because when I pan down, I want the grass to be like super like blurry, you know. I want it to have that motion blur, so that's why I put it 1/60th and aperture 11. I don't really care about the depth of field because I'm shooting at wide angle, so I don't really care. I prefer to get the motion blur instead of the depth of field. So I mean, I don't know, that just looks cool. I should have brought in my ND filter, but whatever. So now we're gonna try with the Glidecam. It's gonna be a little bit harder to do this shot. The Ronin, like I said, like all these shots, the Ronin is gonna be way easier and you could do it right away. But with the Glidecam, it takes practice. But once you get it, like, you know, it becomes easier. All right, so we're gonna do this. And then this is how I do it. I wanna record a little bit of the ground, pan up slowly, and there. When I'm panning up with the Glidecam, I go like this, and then I like tap or like go like this, and see how slowly it comes up. Best advice to give you on Glidecam is don't hold it. Go like this, like tap, tap. If your Glidecam is balanced, then you barely have to tap it. But there's like a little bit of wind right now, so like I kind of have to like put a little bit of pressure in it, but my camera's pretty heavy, so, and yeah, that's pretty much it. The difference between the Glidecam and the Ronin S is the Ronin S, anybody could do it. I mean, even my cameraman could do it if he wants to do it. You could get pretty smooth shots like first try. As with the Glidecam, it takes a lot of practice. It depends how you balance it, or like the 3-second rule where you go like this. You have to nail that, how you walk and not touching it that much. And there's a lot that goes on in order to get smooth shot with the Glidecam. Ronin S, you just balance it, turn it on, walk smooth, and that's pretty much it. We're gonna go back to the studio and show you my final thoughts. All right, now my final thoughts. Honestly, there's no clear winner on this. They're just different. On some scenarios, I would go for the Glidecam, and on others, I would go for the Ronin S. You can't really say one is better than the other. They're just different for different scenarios. So if you're watching this video hoping I would say winner, then you can just leave some hate comments down below. I don't really care. It's like saying which is better, a 20mm or an 85mm, or something off topic like a minivan or a sedan. You can't really compare these, it's whatever you shoot most or which one is best for you. In my opinion, I think you should go for the Glidecam first, because a lot of people are saying, well, the Ronin is smoother. Well, yeah, because it does all the work for you and you rely way too much on the motors. While with the Glidecam, it actually takes skill and practice. And some of you guys aren't willing to put in the work and you just go for the easy route. And trust me, if you go for the easy route first, it's gonna get harder later on. So definitely go for the harder route right now, so that way later on it'll be easier. Alright guys, I did a similar video on the past comparing the Glidecam and the Flycam. Make sure you check it out. I'll put the link down there in the bio and I'll also put it up here. So yeah, that is pretty much it. If you learned something out of this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'm out.